Okay, you're ready.
Professor, I am ready. Okay, today we are going to start with the part of the classroom speaking assessment techniques. Okay, it says that the oral presentations, it has the icebreaker speech, which is considered a good part to start an oral presentation. It's like the main point. Also, it says that the oral presentations involve students to talk about familiar topic, personal experiences, background knowledge, something like that. And a good time length could be like, for example, 4 to 6 minutes of a speech for a good presentation. And it involves students to talk about himself or herself or etc. Okay. One advantage of oral presentations is that the students could make different efforts or could provide different experiences about their points of view or something like that. And it is a good option to start an oral presentation class. Okay, it plays like a role of a warm-up. Okay, and in the part of the oral presentations, the students use their real life experiences, and it is more common to see this type of presentations in business programs and classroom speaking assessments, right? In addition, the oral presentations, of course, not only involves, like, for example, accuracy or fluency, but it also includes aspects like body language, eye contact, gestures, and the visual aids are an essential part of the speaking presentations. Why? Because it's like the support that the students use in order to have a good and coherent presentation. And the PowerPoint is also another tool that in this case could be like the virtual tool that help the students to have like an order to have the transition between the slides, right? And in the next part, which is the debate or a controversial topic, the debate it talks about that the students are like in different positions, right? Against or in favor of a specific topic, and the students here the topic of the debate is called the motion, right? And in the next one, there are two groups in which the students, of course, are the against group, are in the favor group, and there are the public, in which the rest of the students will see the points of the discussion, and they will give like a final comments of that. And let's continue with my next partner, which is Jason. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So talking about reading aloud, as the previous group said, it is a good exercise to practice pronunciation. To add something different, the test suggests that it is a good idea to establish more than one session of reading aloud. One would be like the beginning of the course, and the other one at the end of the course. There will be a recording pre-post and post pre-task and post-task. And the test also suggests to use a list of checklist for problems, so the students can get this kind of feedback about the stress, the rhythm, the intonation, and the sounds of vowel and consonants in order to improve their pronunciation skill. Then we have the retelling stories, in which the students are asked to report a story or any content they have read before. This is that they have to tell this story in their own words. So they will need to use their language skills in order to retell the story. And then we have the verbal essays, which is an essay that requires the students to speak for approximately 3 to 5 minutes according to the test. And this is about a specific prepared topic. This means they prepared this presentation before.
Right, in extemporaneous speaking is a technique in which the students is giving out one task and the students have no preparation about it. One advantage of the STEM that the students can have more eye contact with the audience, and the students can integrate multiple skills in the preparation of the speaking. Also, we have the rubrics. The rubrics is an option of the professor of teacher to take it, but in the extemporaneous speaking, it is more general because it is more like role play, and then the teacher assess the vocabulary, the pronunciation, fluency, and that's it. Thank you so much.
Highly recommend to have rubrics. And thank you, final team, Valentina and Liana. Anything else you want to add to this slide?
Yes, Professor, it's the same slide as. Okay, for the oral presentations.
No, can you give us a final point? Not to repeat everything, just give us something that they didn't mention.
Okay, something that I noticed in every aspect that was mentioned there was the time. It is usually between 3 to maybe 6 minutes maximum. It has to be short in all of them. And also that the majority of them evaluate something like fluency, the accuracy, the delivery of speech, and the body language as well. I don't know if my partner has something to say.
To keep a balance between accuracy in pronunciation and fluency. You
Yes.
want to develop both, okay?
Like, for example, the reading aloud, it's good for the pronunciation practice.
Mm-hmm. I do that a lot in my classes. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Anything you want to add, Eliana?
No, Professor, or I don't know if maybe they mentioned about the technique of oral presentation is a real life skill, because it can be a skill for practicing in academic and business program, for example. It's a good idea because that, yeah, it's a good practice for students in a real life, in the future, and that's a good idea, because the idea is to have or to create topics or techniques that is good for them to practice in the future, or something like that.
Yes, to try to make it authentic. I'm going to change this name, techniques for tasks. And
Yes.
to assign tasks that are authentic, that they replicate what students have to do outside the testing situation. Okay, guys, so can you please turn your cameras so I can say goodbye? For homework, I want you to start thinking about the prompt and the instructions for the speaking task, okay? So we can give you feedback on Tuesday. Remember that tomorrow at 6 p.m., by 6, you have to upload the writing task. So have a good rest of the day, you guys, and a great weekend. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much, Catherine, for your help. Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Professor.
Bye.
Profe,
Dime.
quería decirle que mañana me voy a conectar a la primera hora de Academic Writing para dar feedback, para pagarle las horas que no voy a hacer la otra semana. Recuerde que me voy y no va a estar el lunes y el martes.
Listo.
Muchas gracias, profe, que esté bien.
Profe,
Sí.